In this video, we are going to take a closer look at our player pages in the rabbit hole where the goal was to show both actionable and unique player data. So the first area is our player bio section, which provides basic info on each player. You can also come up here and search for any player you want and can pull up them this way in the database. Below the bio section is kind of a rolling 12-month strokes gained data snapshot. And so as you can see here, it says last 12 months. This can be changed to view any of the 70 plus metrics in our database. Next, love this part of the player pages. We have a graph section where we have 9 different player graphs that show performance in a variety of metrics, including this first one, strokes gained putting by grass type. And so again, if you hover over, this is cool as well. If you hover over the bar, you can see actual data as far as rounds for sample size purposes. So you can see Scotty Scheffler struggling. And just for reference here, this section over here, you can change these. This is from the last 2 years I have. So you can see struggling, bent, Bermuda, POA, all negative over the last 2 years. The one positive surface is POA Trivialis. So again, you can click on hover over any of these and kind of get a better reference point. So these next two, if you play DFS Showdown, for example, that's when I would use this, and I have used this many times last year. Some players do perform better for whatever reason, whether it's morning, afternoon, when they tee off. So here you can see, for example, over the last 2 years, Scotty is about a third of a stroke better in the afternoon when he tees off. The next one here is average strokes gained by round. And again, you can see Scotty with a pretty drastic difference here with his third round scoring. Now, still better than many players on tour, but he is almost a full shot worse compared to, for example, his fourth round scoring. So for whatever reason, struggles a little bit in the third round. So again, if you are playing, like I said, DFS Showdown, or if you like to bet first round leaders, this is another great tool for kind of comparing which players play above their baseline, say in the first round compared to the other rounds. All right, next we have a variety of ones here, just kind of ones you can get a quick view on average strokes gained by scoring conditions. So based on how easy or difficult the course is, we have average strokes gained by field strength. Again, how players perform in events with weak or strong fields. We have course length, same thing. These three here on the bottom were recently added. I love this overall approach, proximity one. So instead of going by 25-yard buckets, which a few other sites do, we kind of make it a little more unique here. We go by 50-yard buckets. And so we have 50 to 100 all the way up to 250 plus. And again, a lot of, I think we're pretty much the only place that has this broken down where you can go 200, 250, 250 plus. And again, these are color coded according to PGA Tour averages from each of these ranges. So, you're looking at not just, just some blind across the board color coding. Like, this is based on actual tour averages. And as you can expect, Scotty is pretty much close to dark green on all of these. This next one kind of relates to our floor ceiling tool, which I went over in a different video. But this is basically showing per round how often are you hitting your floor, which, floor is just anything positive strokes gained. So 0 plus. going all the way up to a ceiling number per round, which we have at 5+ strokes gained per round. So again, this just gives you, a good idea on a player's upside. And so just on an individual level, and again, shows the round, shows everything here by hovering over the bar. Finally, strokes gained by event season. Just another quick way to look and see, how a player has performed in different parts of the calendar year. You can see here Scotty playing his best over the past 2 years on the Florida swing, just gaining an absurd 3.77 strokes per round on the field. So that is our graph section. And really quick, like I said before, you can change these. Like you can literally go last month all the way up to all records, last 5 years. You can also set it by round. So if you want to get just a specific round number, you have so much flexibility in every part of the rabbit hole, but including here on all the player pages when you search for this. So moving on, the average strokes gained summary section gives kind of a more extended rolling report on each of the different strokes gained categories over time in the form of number of rounds played. So starting here with last 12 rounds, going all the way to all rounds in a player's career. And again, this, kind of is a great way to view either a player's progress or perhaps decline over a certain period of time in one of these strokes gained categories. So this is a good example, actually, because we all know Scotty has struggled with the putter. And you can kind of see this played out here, going back to the last 200 rounds. When you look at all those rounds together, he's definitely in the negative. But you can kind of see the improvement here. Last 100, it's not a lot better, but you start getting into last 50, last 24, and even the last 12 rounds with the recent putter switch that he made. You can see those changes, and so it's a really cool way to kind of see which players are trending in certain directions for these categories. All right. The finish summary chart that you see here, that's next, is probably my favorite area of the player pages. If you like to bet on finishing positions, this data is invaluable, and this is the only place you will find actual career and yearly rates for each of these finish position categories as far as this level of detail. So again, it's pretty self-explanatory, but we have every single year listed. And so we've got PGA starts. So these are the starts that were made for that year. And then again, we just have it all laid out here. We have wins. You can see Scotty just, a phenomenal job these last 3 years with 13 victories. So win percentage, and then top 5s, 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s across the board. And then we have made cuts, missed cuts. And another cool part, if you go down here, if you want just like a last 3 years recap, you can see down here what he's done the last 3 years. And then career since 2016 here on the bottom. So again, just a really cool way to get a snapshot of, if you're betting a guy for top 20 and you just want to see what's his percentage. Now, the next video I'm going to do is going to cover finish position, the view that we have on our main rabbit hole page that takes this to another level. I'm so excited to get into that, but we do have it here individually on player pages as well. All right, finally, the tournament results section provides a comprehensive log of every single PGA Tour event participated in by each player, with dates, finish position, along with complete strokes gain averages in each category. You also have the ability to search for specific tournaments. So if you wanted to see the Century. So you can see Scotty's 3 trips to the Century here. And again, really easy way to kind of look for player history on certain courses or in certain tournaments. If you just wanted to look at only majors, you just click on the only majors there and you get a complete breakdown of every single major event that Scotty has participated in. Also, we have other additions coming to this tournament results section in the near future where you could, for example, you want to see strong field events and you just click on the button to find, strong field events, courses played on Bermuda grass. And so whether you're betting on a player, whether you are playing DFS for the week, kind of just another thing to help you in your research process. Again, things that really nobody else has. Thanks for watching. And again, reach out with any questions or ideas.